I'm delighted to be joined by Angela Eagle, who tomorrow launches her challenge to replace Jeremy Corbyn as leader. Very nice to see you.
Nice to see you, John.
Can I ask a very simple question?
Yeah.
What has Jeremy Corbyn done wrong?
Well, I don't think that he's been able to communicate with the electorate, and he's now lost the confidence of the parliamentary party. Tom Watson, our deputy leader, who's got his own mandate, Rosie Winterton, the chief whip, John Cryer, who's chair of the Parliamentary Labour Party, and a friend of Jeremy's, have all been trying to get him to recognise that he cannot continue in the job because he's lost confidence of the PLP, and he's hiding behind a closed door, denying that this is a fact. That's not leadership. Now,
you are on a slightly different part of the party from him, but what are the policies, just out of interest, before we get on to your plans, what are the policies that you disagree with Jeremy Corbyn over?
Look, I'm on the left. I came into politics because of what happened in my family. My mum was a seamstress, my dad was a printer. They had their opportunities blocked because we didn't have a society that helped working class people get on.
But do you disagree with Jeremy Corbyn on policy?
Look, I was lucky. I had a comprehensive education, a good one, went on to Oxford and was able to join the Labour Party and try to deliver the same opportunities for social advancement, for good jobs to working class people. That is what motivates me in my politics and in my life. I don't want this to be an issue about individual policies. It's about effective leadership and whether we can return to government. We've all got Labour principles. Jeremy's got Labour principles. But to connect those principles, you have to be able to be elected and have Labour governments.
Jeremy Corbyn has said that he intends to be on the ballot. Do you think he should be on the ballot?
Well, he will have to find nominations. I am ready to have a leadership contest and a debate with whoever's on the ballot.
But can I be absolutely clear that you don't think he should be automatically on the ballot then?
This is a matter for the National Executive Committee, which I've been a long-standing member of, but came off the committee when I resigned a couple of weeks ago. That's a matter for them. I'm concentrating on setting out my vision for a strong, united Labour Party that can heal our country.
I mean, Len McCluskey, fairly influential man in your movement, head of Unite, he says it will be an absolute disgrace if Jeremy Corbyn is not on the ballot. And many Labour members will agree with that. I mean, they voted for him overwhelmingly. Surely if you were to win and he were not on the ballot, many people would say you were not a legitimate leader of the Labour Party.
Look, I have got the nominations I need to challenge Jeremy. I'm happy for other people to try to get nominations. The rules of the contest and how that works...
Well, they're a bit murky, aren't they? Well, because he believes that as Labour leader, he should be on the ballot as of right.
I mean, that has never been the case in the past, but that is a matter for the party's National Executive Committee, which will set out the terms of this battle. And can I just say... Let me just say this.
Yeah.
If you believe in this country in a strong, united Labour Party to strengthen our democracy and renew our country in these difficult times, join the Labour Party. That's what we need to have. If you want to help Labour fulfil its historic task, make our democracy work, join the Labour Party now. You can do it online.
But I do want to be absolutely clear about this, because this will matter to lots of Labour members. You will not say that he should be your opponent.
It's fine, whoever my opponent is. The rules are the Labour Party rules. The National Executive Committee will actually decide on those rules when they meet, once the challenge is launched on Monday. I am concentrating on setting out my vision for our party and our country.
If he is on the ballot and he wins, will you then be prepared to serve in a Corbyn cabinet?
I am not contemplating losing this contest. I'm in it because I want to win it for the best interests of a strong Labour Party that can heal the divisions that this Conservative government have created in our economy and in our country.
Which rather implies that if Jeremy Corbyn does win it, you agree with those of your colleagues who say Labour Party will split.
This is not about splitting the Labour Party. This is about uniting the Labour Party so that we can heal the divisions that 6 years of Conservative government, huge anti-austerity policies, cuts that have been actually visited upon the most vulnerable areas represented by Labour MPs. We've got to put a stop to that. We can only do that by winning elections. And Jeremy lost us local councillors in the elections. We have failed to win the EU referendum, which is going to cause enormous stress and pressure in our country. That's not the leadership that will take us forward.
How hard for you was it to make this decision to run?
I tried over 9 months to support Jeremy in his leadership. I promised Labour Party members I would do that.
Is he a bad man?
No, he's not a bad man. He's not a leader, though. He doesn't connect with Labour voters. He doesn't connect enough to win an election, and he doesn't reach out in any meaningful way to other parts of the party. He's lost the confidence of his parliamentary colleagues, and I really think now the time is for him to consider his position. You know, Tom Watson has asked him in great detail, a man with his own mandate, to see that he cannot take the party forwards. He's not listening. That is not leadership.
Now, to be clear, are you standing because if you win, you intend to take the party into the next election, or do you see yourself as a sort of caretaker to bring stability, and then there could conceivably be another leadership election before the election?
The country has now got huge challenges post the EU referendum vote. This was a fight in the Tory party that has now ripped our society apart. It's threatening our economy and it's hurting people. We could have a general election very quickly. You know, the Conservative Party Prime Minister
you want to be the leader
resigned.
for the general election?
There could easily be a very quick general election, and I believe I'm the right person to lead the party into that general election.
And if it's as late as 2020?
I don't think it's going to be that late. I think we're going to have an election, a general election, sooner than later. And if we're to fulfil our historic purpose to look after the most vulnerable and give people opportunities in our society, we've got to have a united and strong Labour Party that can put a vibrant series of programmes to the electorate and win that general election, not let it go because we're too interested in protesting.
Now, in Wallasey, your own members backed Corbyn. How dangerous is this for you personally?
That, my Labour Party, there's a disruptive, newly joined element, many of whom were thrown out in the 1990s, that are making a lot of noise. I have much more support than you might imagine from their press releases amongst my own members.
Finally, there are other Labour MPs who are ambitious. Would you urge them not to stand? Would you urge them to rally around you?
I think it's important that we have a strong leadership and a healed party going forward so that we can help deal with the problems in our country. It's up to anybody else to make their own decisions. I'm not going to be putting any pressure on them. I'm making my declaration. It's up to others to decide what to do.
And how confident are you of winning? Because all the surveys of current members suggest they will back Jeremy Corbyn.
Well, I think this is a battle for a healed and a united Labour Party and a strong opposition to make our democracy work. So as I said earlier, if you want to take part in that battle, join the Labour Party now. It's never been more important.
Quite a big moment for you. You're a big union supporter. You're taking on the big unions, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm a long-standing supporter of the trade union movement. I feel that trade unions have to be stronger to protect people in our society, and I've got good relations with all of them. And they know they've got a friend in me.
Angela Regal, many thanks.